Ein b'dibur ha'maschil b'yom hashmini atzeres tiya lachem uv'chol ha'moedim ksiv and look in the Mamar about Shmini Atzeres and in all the holidays it says v'sham b'perek beis ha'fresh bein b'chinas kriya v'chol berech lecha sichra bein b'chinas ishtachava v'chol kol malefanecha ishtachava. So there's the difference there between bowing with your knees and prostrating completely, like the verse, and all knees will bend to you, or all fully standing will prostrate. That this is like the difference between acknowledgement and blessing. So it's like it says Dazos inu b'chinas bittul hatzmius b'chinas pnimius mamash rak b'chinas hoda ba'alma b'inyan v'kuach bilvad. With the concept of the so there's only a hoda and a concept of an argument. That you prove something that so first it's a concept the bittul hayesh, that first you have an existence and you prove it's not so. So to above the concept of acknowledgement and nullification, that the hosts of heaven bow down to you and acknowledge. It's the end of the levels of nullification. That is to say, it's a bowing down externally. So that's why it's the end of the levels, meaning it's the lowest level of it. But internally, the will was not completely nullified. And that's like the concept of acknowledgement of but an inner kind of bowing down, that it doesn't have any other will at all. That's the concept of blessing. And look what it's brought up, what it brings about these two kinds of bowing down, internal and external. In Likutei Torah, B'dibur ha'maschil mizmor shir Chanukas habayis, Tirush harishon perek beis, Ukmo tnuas sivuv hagalgal, and like the movement of the orbits. Ukiyot says, ela b'chinas chitzonius, that it's only an external kind of nullification. The bowing down is external, and this is like the difference between an acknowledgement and a blessing. Because blessing is the actual revelation and drawing down from the hidden to the revealed benafsho in one's soul. That is, that an actual revelation of the divine is and not only in a hidden state and covered over. And this is like the idea of who is wise, the one who sees. And from my flesh I see the divine, an actual vision of it. Not just an acknowledgement. And therefore, who established the brachos? The sages. Who are called the eyes of the congregation, meaning to say a concept of vision. They're the ones who established this idea of bringing down into a revealed state through blessings. And look what it's brought in the Mamar about. You've made my hearts with one of your eyes. Your eyes are dove. And the idea of to gaze at the beauty of the king. So it's all a concept of a revelation, of vision. And look what's brought in the Mamar about his left hand is under my head. in Parshas Kisisa concerning the idea of, and Hashem will be revealed unto them, and also in the Mamar of Hanukkah, or of the Mamar of when you lift the candles, concerning how Aaron is the same letters as to see, as something, as a vision. Ein Mashakos in Brachos Torah or Parshas Preshis Vidibra Maskil have in Brachos Blukut Torah Parshas Dvarim Vidibra Maskil Tzion B'Mishpat Tipade Vidibra Maskil Elamase Dirush Shlishi B'Seder Shar Birkas Hamazon Ben Yinod Elcha B'Dirush V'Delag B'Omer Kmo B'Tzva Shemaim Chulu. Okay, V'V'Lo B'B'Chinas Hesta V'Halam Kmo B'Tzva Shemaim Chulu. So this idea is that it's not in a hidden state like the hosts of heaven. They bow down to you because they have a revelation. That's bracha, which is not the case with acknowledgement, like the movement of the orbits. That's because of the hidden state of the divine light. So it has to have simply an acknowledgement of it, a hodah, but it doesn't have the actual revelation. So it's bitlus bechitzonius and not bipnimius, because it doesn't have the giloi. And anything that's closer to Hashem has more of a nullification and an inner nullification, an internal nullification. But nonetheless, you have this concept of unity, of yichud atata, that there's this nullification because everybody's bowing down and acknowledging it, at least externally. And this is like what the Shvatim said to Yaakov, that just like in your heart is only one, so too in our hearts is only one. And that's the concept of Baruch Shem that the Shvatim said, Shema Yisrael, and Yisrael responded Baruch Shem, so that corresponding with the Shvatim, Zichud Tata is Baruch Shem. V'ayim b'zor chelik beis truma, Tav Kuf Lamed Dal Ramad Beis, Raza de Almay La, Di Liba de Yaakov, Raza de Almatata, Di Ihu Liba de Bnoi, V'zeu Inyan B'chol Avavcha Beis Levavos. And so this is what it says in the Zohar. It says the supernal world is the heart of Yaakov, and the lower world is the heart of his sons. And that's the concept of, with all of your hearts, two hearts, of Yehuda Ilah and Yehuda Tata. Because Yaakov is the supernal unity, like in our image, and the Shvatim, they're the source of the lower unity, or the Merkavta Tata, and that's going to be B'Dmuseinu. Fine, Mizagam came B'Dibur HaMaskil Zachor de Amalek B'Torah, or Parshas Tetzaveh B'Dibur HaMaskil V'Yashkem Lavan Baboker. Me'inyan Beis Levavos B'Dibur HaMaskil U'Sha'av Temayim B'Sas on the Rush Arishon. Ketzer Inyan B'Tzalmeinu Kidmuseinu. So we explain the idea of in our image and our likeness, Yichudai Love Yichuda Tata, corresponding with the higher unity and the lower unity, Shchintai Love Shchinta Tata, the higher Shchina and the lower Shchina. Anshe Yericho, we talked about how Anshe Yericho would be Korich Es Shema without Baruch Shem. Itzachaim Tefillin Shel Rosh, we talked about the tree of life and the head Tefillin Yichuda Tata and Yehuda Lagabi Bracha. The concept of the lower unity and the concept of blessing. The external acknowledgement is like the bowing down of the orbits. The hosts of heaven bow down to you. And an inner kind of bowing down, and an external kind of bowing down, or like the difference between when all knees will bend to you, or all those who stand up will prostrate. And how the Shvatim said, just like in your heart is one, so too in our heart, it's also one. With all of your hearts, Beis Levavos, 2 hearts, the inner part of the heart, or the outer part of the heart, meaning to say an external or a more internal type of bowing down.